with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020.
Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Denver Broncos and the Las Vegas Raiders. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
A dangerous return man showing it here. And now the rookie's free. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Broncos. So how about that? You want to talk about coming into a hostile environment and just silencing the crowd. They just did it.
Couldn't be a better start. There's no way. All week long, they've talked about having this type of a start, but I think they looked at it from the offensive team's perspective. You know, get the opening kickoff. You guys control the ball. A lot of people are now going to say, okay, now your offense, will they be out of whack? No, not at all. They're going to be absolutely happy. They're relaxed. They took care of business for them. They don't have any pressure now. They can just go play.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line. Get ready!
First carry for the former Pro Bowler, Josh Jacobs.
And he's got room. And now off to the races down the right side.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, opposite team will be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. So first and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos.
At their own 21.
They run here with the second-year man from UNC, Javonte Williams.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11. They run off tackle right with Williams. Down he goes at the 23 to pick up a 4.
Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
On third down, Wilson.
Open man, he completes it to Judy.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Here's the sneak with Wilson. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So first and 10 now from the 30. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Second down, Jacobs once more.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The Raiders at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
That coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
Colton Miller, former first-round pick, called for the penalty there.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
Lance looking to throw it.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'd say they learned from his costly red zone pick earlier in the game, because this time he puts the throw away from where any defender can make a play on it. Unfortunately, he also sailed it over his intended target, and that doesn't work out well either.
The kick by Carlson is good.
He's been automatic to this point of the season, and he can knock some field goal there.
What a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Down to about the 37.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
There's Wilson.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Broncos are able to move back in front.
McManus's point after is good. And the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
On 2nd and 10, Lance. And that's complete to Adams. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. His first catch, good for 14 there, and a first down.
A first down for Devontae Adams in his first season with the Las Vegas Raiders. Over the previous 2 years in Green Bay, he led the NFL in receptions and touchdowns. He's building off of a 123-catch, 1,500-yard season. Now, of course, in Raiders black and silver instead of Packers green and gold.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Lance. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Tucker. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Here we go.
And they'll go for it. Lance. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. That 4th down decision, unconventional but effective. And they indeed come up now with a 1st and 10, a fresh set of downs. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd down, here's an option right. And he's got this down to the 35. 14 yards that time and a first down on the keeper. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come in and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Yeah. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
Ready?
Jacobs going to try the middle. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys have now moved down in front. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 17-14.
Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. The 40. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Broncos.
Again, Elvin partner, I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games in a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. We haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to see all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Throwing now is Lance.
Escaping the pressure right. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the first down.
He and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3 and out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on the keeper the moment it revealed itself.
128 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. So a design run all the way, and he took it the distance. I don't know that anybody saw that coming.
Well, on this play, how about the vision of it? Being able to see the open field, make his move, and get there. Oftentimes, defenses have a spy for the quarterback position to try to take care of it. On that play, if they did, it certainly
He's
didn't
lost.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's a run for Williams.
There to make the tackle, Khalil Mack. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They go play action now. Wilson. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
This is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's Lance to throw it. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Here's Jacobs. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
You want to talk about the proverbial deer in the headlights? That's exactly what he was when he got the ball. Went to hit a lane and get upfield, and all he saw, extra defenders bearing down on him. Perfect time to dial up the blitz. An excellent call.
And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The kick by Carlson is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game, and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you to our EA studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 172 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a first down. So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
On second and very short, Lance. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. He's got room at the 30. Now he's loose again, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Oh, good-looking return set up here.
The Broncos take over first down at their own 37-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat on blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And not enough on the throw that time as that one is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a... He's got a man! Complete! 30! 10! Touchdown, Raiders! Devontae Adams with career touchdown number 75. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL, but I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Wilson's throw caught here by Dulcich. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They go play action with Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And attempted a deep ball there, and they didn't get it. But boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Shoves him aside. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, 27 yards. And the Raiders get another 3rd-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel?
Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. The option to give to Williams here. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Throw over the middle, taken in by Dulcich. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 13-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Judy. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Wilson. They'll roll him out right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Russell Wilson. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Broncos get a bit closer. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead now down to 20. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the
game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 219 yards rushing for him now on the afternoon as he just continues to pummel this defense. They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. So we'll get the penalty all sorted out when we get back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's A.J. Cole now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10.
So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos.
At the 31-yard line. Here's Wilson. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
36 pounds.
Throwing is Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Off the option, here's Williams. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to small up the ball carrier.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
This is caught inside the 15.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Wilson. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2.
Quinn Miners, 3rd-round pick in 2021, called for the penalty.
To throw is Wilson, and it's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, a pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now Wilson.
Over the middle, complete to Judy.
A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Now it's Wilson. And it'll be intercepted. John Johnson with the INT.
And the Raiders are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. My goodness, 229 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
That was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. No gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
They'll run right here with Jacobs. And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Going on the ground with Jacobs. And some room to work. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Running it with Jacobs. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.